What's going on, guys? It's Brent from Team Draw Better. Welcome back to another video. We got another deck profile for you today that we cooked up, and today it's going to be Primite Blue Eyes. Now, before we jump into it, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And without further ado, we're just going to jump straight into it. Now, first things first, we do play 2 copies of the one, the only, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now, normally, you'd be thinking, it's a normal monster. You don't ever want to see this. Well, that's true, but we can't just play 1 copy because, number 1, Bestials are heavy this format, so if they banish that, you're kind of done. But 2 copies feels good because you don't really want to open it in your hand, but you really do want to get to it pretty easily, so I think 2 copies is relatively the best. Next, we play 3 copies of Maiden of White. New card from the structure deck. This card's amazing because you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard and place True Light from your hand, deck, or grave face up in your spell and trap zone. And if you special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon while this is in your grave, you can special summon this card. And then when a card or effect is activated that targets this card on the field, or when it's targeted for an attack quick effect, you can special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon or a level 1 Light Tuner from your graveyard. So really nice card, helps you extend, and it's easy to get into your synchro plays. Next, we play 3 copies of Sage with Eyes of Blue, and when this card is normal summon, you can add 1 level 1 Light Tuner from your deck to your hand, except Sage. And you can discard this card and then target an effect monster you control, send it to the grave, and if you do, special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from your deck. So this can help you get to the exact Blue Eyes card that you need. And also, the normal summon effect isn't once per turn, so that's really cool. Next, we play 3 copies of Ether Barrel, and when this is normal summon, you can set a Primite spell or trap directly from your deck, and you can only use each of the following effects of Primite Ether Barrel once per turn. You can tribute this card, send 1 normal monster from your deck to the grave, and during your standby phase, if you have a normal monster on your field or in your grave, you can add this back to your hand. So this is really nice to recur if you have Blue Eyes on your field or in your grave. So it's really easy to bring this back to your hand. Lastly, to wrap up the monsters, we do play 1 copy of Bestial Magnamut. A majority of the time when you use this card and you declare its effect on field, you're going to be grabbing the Ether Barrel. It's really pretty good going first or second because it lets you get to this. But yeah, that's going to be it for the monsters. So we're going to move on to the spells and traps. Now, starting us off with the spells, we are playing 3 copies of Primite Lordly Load. Lordly Load is really nice because of the synergy with normal monsters, because when this is activated, you add a Primite card from deck to hand, except itself, and you can declare 1 normal monster card, special summon 1 declared normal monster name from your hand, deck, or grave in defense, and you can't activate the effects of special summon monsters on the field this turn. So, the second effect you have to be really careful with, because if you do use effect monsters on the field before you activate that effect, you actually can't activate it because it says this turn in general. So that means if you normal summon Ether Barrel and you use its effect to set this, then you can't activate the effect to summon out the normal monster. So just got to be careful with that, but the majority of the time that's just like the last resort sort of thing. But moving on, we're playing 1 Drill Beam. Drill Beam is insane because if you control, you can reveal a Primite card or a normal monster in your hand, except itself, Drill Beam. And if you control a normal monster or a level 5 or higher Primite monster, except a token, you can activate this effect without revealing a card. Then you can target 1 face-up card on the field, negate its effects, and if you do, banish it. And then during the main phase, if you control a Primite monster, you can set this card from your graveyard. So constantly resetting this card and being able to use it when you have Blue Eyes on field is insane because it's just constant negate and banish cards your opponent needs. So the only bad thing that could be for is Malice, but like even so, it's a really good negate card. Moving on, we play 3 Wishes. Wishes is insane because you can discard a card for cost and you add one level 1 light tuner and one spell or trap that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon from deck to hand, except Wishes for Eyes of Blue. And its second effect, you can banish this card from your grave and target one Blue Eyes White Dragon you control and equip one Blue Eyes monster from your extra deck to it as an equipped spell that gives it 400 attack. So the main reason for the second effect is you want to equip your ultimate dragon. Which one is it? It is your Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. You want to equip that to Blue Eyes in order to bring out Tyrant Dragon. That's the main reason for that second play. But we play one Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. You can special summon in defense position one Blue Eyes monster from your deck or graveyard, but if you control no Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can only special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon with this effect, and you can't special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except dragons. And you can banish this card from your graveyard, fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field, including a Blue Eyes monster, and you can only use one Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragon's effect per turn and only once that turn. So this is another good extender that you're going to search off of Wishes a majority of the time. Unless you already have it, then you're going to search the other card that we're going to show. But this is just another way to get out Blue Eyes White Dragon. So it's a really good consistency card. Next we play one Mausoleum of White. This is the card you're always going to search off of Spirit. During your main phase, you can normal summon an additional level 1 light tuner in addition to your regular normal summoner set. And once per turn, you can target a face-up monster you control, send one normal monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, the targeted monster gains attack and defense equal to the level of the monster sent to the graveyard times 100 until the end of the turn. And if this card is in the graveyard, you can banish it and add one burst stream of destruction from your deck to your hand. We're not playing that. We only care about sending Blue Eyes to the grave, mostly. But next we play a couple non-engine, and we're going to get into the spicy tech card here. These next two aren't it, but we're playing one talent just to help break board a little bit, or draw two, or just look at our opponent's hand. We play one prosperity just to dig into the deck a little bit to get the exact cards we need. And the spicy tech card that I'm including in this, and it actually helped me go 3-1 at locals last weekend. I play one copy of Secret Village of the Spellcasters, and if you only control a spellcaster monster, your opponent can't activate spell cards, and if you control no spellcaster monsters, you can't activate spell cards. So our tuners are all spellcasters, and they're very easy to get onto the board. So I'm going to explain how you get to this card really easy in a second, but moving on to the last of the trap cards, we're playing one True Light. True Light, you always want to see on your board. Your opponent can't target Blue Eyes White Dragon in your monster zone with card effects, and if this face-up card is sent from the spell or trap zone to the graveyard, destroy all monsters you control, and you can only activate one of these effects per turn. You can special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or graveyard, or you can set one spell or trap from your deck that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon with a different name from the cards you control and in your graveyard. So, majority of the time with True Light, you're going to be setting Wishes, and then you can activate Wishes the same turn it was set because it's just a normal spell card. But we play one Majesty. Majesty is the card you're going to search if you already have Roar off of Wishes, or True Light you can set it, because you can show up to 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand, face-up monster zone or graveyard, and then destroy an equal number of cards your opponent controls. You can banish this in Ritual Summon, but we're not playing Rituals, so that doesn't matter. But you can get a nice 3-card destruction off of this, so that's really good. And another card that I play that I haven't seen a majority of decks main decking, I play one Primite Scream. I think this card is genuinely insane because it's searchable off of your other Primites. And what this card does is when your opponent would normal or special summon a monster while you control a normal monster or a level 5 or higher Primite monster except a token, you can negate the summon and banish the monster. And then during your standby phase, if you control a Primite monster, you can reset this from your graveyard but banish it when it leaves the field. So this card is really insane because it's searchable, and it's a searchable Solemn Judgment without paying half your life points. So I really like this card. This helped me win a majority of the games because I flipped it against Ryziel when they summon ice, and then they just can't do anything, essentially. So I really like this card. I would recommend it, but I understand not main decking it, but this was just my personal choice. Same thing with Secret Village, a little spicy tech card. But that's going to do it for the spells and traps. I'm going to show you the hand traps real quick. We do play a lot because I do plan on taking this deck to the regional. So we're playing the staples. We're playing 3 Ash. We're playing 3 Veiler. And Veiler's insane because it's searchable in multiple ways, and it's also a 1-card starter because you can normal summon this and then link into your Spirit with Eyes of Blue. So Veiler is absolutely a mandatory 3 of. Then we play 3 Nib. Pretty self-explanatory. Nib is insane in this format. Then we play 3 copies of Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre is also pretty insane because if you're playing the mirror match and they pop or they place True Light and they go to activate the effect of True Light, you can just chain Ghost Ogre and just blow up their whole field. So that's really nice to do too. Then we play 3 Imperm just for some extra negation, but that's it for the hand traps. Now we're going to go into the extra deck. Extra deck is pretty linear, but we're still going to go 2 copies of Spirit with Eyes of Blue. This is one of the main extra deck monsters that you want to start to go into because while it's on field, you can't special summon except dragon monsters, and you can only use each effect of the following effects of Spirit with Eyes of Blue, once per turn. So if this is Link Summon, you can add Mausoleum of White from your deck to your hand, or you can send it to the graveyard, and then you contribute this card and special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from your hand or grave. But if you special summon an effect monster and its effects are negated, and it can't attack. So this is what you're going to go into a majority of the time when you normal summon Sage, or worst case scenario, you normal summon a Maiden or an Effect Veiler. You go into this to get a Blue Eyes into your graveyard, and then you tribute it itself to bring out the Blue Eyes. So really good consistency card. Then we play 1 Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres. It's a dragon deck. Naturally, we're going to play seals. It's a really good card. During your opponent's turn, once per turn, if this is in the extra monster zone, you can tribute 1 monster from your hand or field and return 1 face-up card on the field to the hand. Majority of the time, you're going to tribute itself, because if this is tributed, you can special summon 1 dragon monster from your hand or deck and make its attack 0/0, and you can only use the effect of Hieratic Seal once per turn. So majority of the time, you're either going to be summoning out... our main target for seals is going to be Magnemite, because then Magnemite can search out whatever dragon that we need. But seals is really good in this deck. We play 1 SP, it's SP. We play 3 of Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Spirit Dragon, you always want to see on your end board because it's crazy. It's a soft once per turn because... Number 1, neither player can special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. And just a quick ruling for you guys. If someone says that you can't Nibiru while this is on board, they're absolutely wrong. Because Nibiru summons itself and then the token. So that's not summoning 2 monsters at the same time. So you can Nibiru with this on field. But... back to its effects. So once per turn, when an effect of a card in the graveyard is activated, quick effect, you can negate the activation, and second effect, quick effect, you contribute this synchro summon card. Special summon 1 light dragon synchro monster from your extra deck in defense position, except itself, but then destroy it during the end phase. So this is going to help get to all of our toolbox synchro monsters, and one of the best ones to summon is going to be Ultimate Spirit Dragon. This is another new card from the structure. Really strong because your opponent can't banish cards from your graveyard, so when this hits field, they can't Bestial you anymore. You can only use each of the following effects of Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon once per turn, and when a card effect is activated on the field, you can negate the activation, quick effect, and if you do, this card gains 1,000 attack until the end of the turn, and if this is destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 light dragon monster from your graveyard except itself. So you're going to summon this out with Spirit, and in the end phase, it'll get destroyed, and its effect will trigger, and you can just bring Spirit right back. So this is how you recycle both of these, and it's really strong. But moving on, we play 1 Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. Not many decks are running this, but I actually like it because when this is special summon, dragon-type monsters you control can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects until the end of the next turn. And then once per turn, during your standby phase, you can target one normal monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So again, this can help bring back Blue Eyes White Dragon, and it prevents it's targeting and destruction protection. So really nice. And then to add to the Secret Village of the Spellcasters, because you can bring this out with Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, we play one Ancient Fairy Dragon. So this is how we get to Secret Village. It's a really nice floodgate, I think, because during your main phase, you can special summon one level 4 or lower monster from your hand. You can't conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect, and then during your main phase, you can destroy as many cards in the field zone as possible, minimum of 1. And if you do, you gain 1,000 life points, and then you can add another field spell with a different name than the destroyed card from your deck to your hand. So if we summon this with Spirit, it will get destroyed, but we do still get to search out Secret Village, and we gain 1,000 life. So again, this is just a nice tech card that I sided in, and it won me a couple games at my locals last weekend. I did go 3-1 with Blue Eyes, so it was really nice. More toolbox synchros that we play. We play one Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. And if this is special summoned or a level 5 or higher monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, you can target a special summon monster your opponent controls and bounce it to the hand. We play one Lightstorm Dragon. If this is special summoned, you can target spells or traps on the field up to the number of normal monsters in your graveyard, +1, and destroy them. And then if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target a spell or trap in your graveyard, set it, but it can't be activated unless you control a normal monster. So this card is really nice because you get back row removal, and then you get to reset one of your own back row if it's destroyed, which it will be if you summon it out with Spirit Dragon. So really nice card. It's practically a staple in the extra deck. We play 2 fusions. We play one Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate. Again, this is just to equip to our regular Blue Eyes so that we can send those to grave to special out our Tyrant Dragon. Tyrant Dragon is really good because you can, first of all, it's unaffected by all trap cards or trap effects, so that's really strong. Can't be impermed. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each, and then once per turn at the end of the damage step. If this card battled, you can target one trap in your grave and reset it to your spell and trap zone. So this is part of the reason why I play Primite Scream, because if you attack with Tyrant Dragon, you can reset the Primite Scream, and it's just another summon negate. But last but not least, we play one Typhon. Typhon is mostly for Ryziel because monsters with 3k or more attack can't activate their effects, and then once per turn you can detach one material from this card and return one monster from the field to the hand. So just some extra removal, and a way to slow down Ryziel from like their detonator or their duo drive. But that is going to be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. This deck is insanely fun to play. I can't say enough good things about it. It's honestly really nice to see Blue Eyes be meta relevant again, because it's Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's one of the most iconic monsters in the game. But if you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you.